Hey guys, it's Clay, CPAP My Way, CPAPMyWay.com. Today I am here to share 5 tips with you on how to get accustomed to your new CPAP machine and to get off on the right foot. So getting started can seem a little daunting, but just bear in mind millions of people have gone before you, so you're not alone. And so many people have success with it that you can rest assured it is possible to really enjoy it and really improve your life. So come in with that mentality. I think a positive mentality is a really big step. It's not one of the 5 tips, but I really do want to emphasize that your attitude going into it are probably going to dictate a majority of the outcome. Before we jump in, just remember to hit us with a thumbs up if you enjoy the content in this video. Subscribe for more content like this and comment with any questions or things that you think I should address a little more clearly. And also, if you have any experience in getting started with CPAP, tips, tricks that might help others, we really appreciate that. All right, so first thing I want to give you as a tip, equipment selection does matter. Now, if you've already made your selection, I'm not saying that it's going to matter so much that it's going to doom you if you haven't made the right selection. But if you're just starting and you're thinking about getting the CPAP for the first time, I want you to consider the fact that there are multiple options. You do have, a more cost-effective get started if you're on a budget option like the Luna 2. It has all the features and things that you'd like and need for a CPAP machine, but it does lack some integrations and communication and things that may make communication with your provider or getting data out of your machine a little more difficult. Then you've got like a premium model like the AirSense 11 here that's going to have all the bells and whistles. It's going to have great connectivity, a really nice app, things that allow you to really hone in on your therapy and to own it for yourself and get daily reminders and all sorts of really good information, as well as a really small, quiet, comfortable machine. If you're going to have to move around a lot or you go back and forth between different places, this one's nice because it packs up easy. And then if you're a person that just lives on the road, you got CPAPs like the Air Mini here that allow you to travel easily. So picking something that's right for your personality, budget, and lifestyle is an important step in the process. The other piece of equipment that is probably even more important is going to be your mask selection. I also want to tell you at this point, companies like us here at CPAP My Way, we give you a 30-day guarantee, so you're not stuck with the mask you select. But you should take into account that you want to do some homework and understand yourself as well as the options of masks out there. So like if you're just for instance, we've got 2 very diverse ones here, the AirTouch N30i and the Vitera Full Face. You can see they're massive departures from each other. If you're a mouth breather, a person that moves around a lot, higher pressures, Vitera might be a great place to start. Remember, you're not stuck there. You can try it, decide if you like it, switch to something else. AirTouch N30i for maybe somebody that doesn't want something in front of their face or doesn't like silicone touching their skin at all. There's a myriad between these two of different styles, fits, and very unique things about each mask that it is very likely, if you're putting in the effort, you're going to find something that works well for you. So machine and mask choice are the first thing I think you should consider. All right, tip number 2. Get in some practice sessions before you're trying to go to sleep. Quite frankly, if you're trying to learn anything new, the worst time to try to learn it is when you're tired and trying to fall asleep. CPAP is no different. Your mask is no different. You're going to want to sit down maybe on the couch, try it out a little bit, adjust your mask, play with the different patient level settings, get to know the machine 30, 45 minutes before bed. It will help you tremendously when it's time to actually fall asleep with the machine, when you're feeling comfortable prior to trying to fall asleep. Another thing that you can do in this exact line is to just wear the CPAP for an hour or 2 while watching a movie or watching TV or reading before bed. Maybe relax in your bed an hour or 2 before you typically would lay down. Turn on Netflix, put the mask on, breathe with it. What you'll find is that over time you forget the mask is on. I know for me personally, I had to turn on a movie. I think it was Batman Begins or something. And I was using a little traditional nasal mask. They don't even sell it anymore, it's been so long. But after about 20, 30 minutes of watching the movie and having the machine on, I forgot I was wearing it. So I genuinely think if you put in that kind of effort, you're going to acclimate in the sleeping process of it a lot quicker. All right, tip number 3, focus on comfort. Just as a quick reiteration, the differences between these 2 masks are dramatic, right? You've got a little bitty cradle that rests underneath the nose, top of the head tube connection. On this one, you've got a tube that connects up front, covers your entire mouth and nose. Both of these are equally liked by different people, right? So what I would want you to focus on right off the rip is to try different things, and not just in the lobby of your local DME provider. You're going to want to try things in your home. That's why it's important to pick a provider that's willing to exchange masks for you and stick with you for the long haul. We do that here for sure. but try different ones. If you've got any kind of issue, maybe pressure across the bridge of the nose when you're using a mask like this, or maybe this type of mask is sliding off your head and you're having issues keeping it on at night. Focusing on those comfort issues up front are going to make huge differences in the end, because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to use the CPAP. So focus early on comfort. If there's something that is bothering you, typically there's a resolution. So work with your provider, find a different option. All right, tip number 4, stay consistent. There are, I think, probably a litany of things in life that we really should stay consistent on, right? We want to eat right, we want to exercise, we want to do all those things that we're supposed to do consistently every day. CPAP is exactly the same, and I know it seems like something else to do, but the truth is it's a big deal for your health, right? Sleeping is one of the most critical things in your life, and breathing, obviously, is extremely important. So stick with it. Even if you're just trying 30, 45 minutes a night before bed and you really just can't quite get used to it and fall asleep with it for the first 2 or 3 weeks, that's okay. Keep with it nightly. Don't avoid it for a week. Try to pick it back up, stop, go. That inconsistency is going to give you a lot of trouble. Make the commitment to use it at least a little bit every night. Work your way into sleeping with it for an hour or two. Within 2 to 3 weeks, you may notice that you're sleeping through the entire night and you didn't even have to stress about it because you just put in the little minute increases over, 2-3 week period. So stay consistent, use it nightly, even if that is just your 30 to 45 minutes before bed and you just can't quite fall asleep yet. You're going to notice a difference if you just stick with it nightly. All right, and my 5th pointer here is to ask for help. If you are out there, you are your own best advocate. You probably, if you're working with a company like us, you'll get some follow-up. We're going to reach out to you, check in. But if you don't communicate with us or with your provider, telling us the issues that you're having or struggles that you're going through in regard to the CPAP, we're not going to be able to help you. We don't read minds around here, and nor does your provider. So if you're having trouble, communicate. Additionally, companies like us here at CPAP My Way have a ton of helpful blogs, articles, videos, things that'll make it easier for you to navigate, even if you are on your own. Let's say you just bought it from some Joe Blow and they're not answering their phones anymore. There are a ton of informative videos that we have and blogs, tutorials that'll help you get off to the right foot, on the right foot. And then we've got a ton of things that, if you're having struggles, we probably have some resolution videos and instructionals on that as well. So be your own advocate. Even if you're unable to reach your provider, maybe you didn't select the right people, there is a ton of information out there. We'll have links in the description of this to our YouTube library, as well as to some of the really high-end content that we have that has been helpful to a lot of people. All right, so in conclusion, this is a serious thing. You do want to treat sleep apnea, right? Once you get across the bridge of using your CPAP nightly, I hope that you will see, much like my wife, who doesn't even travel without her CPAP, that the days after using CPAP are so much better than they used to be that you're going to want to use it every single night. It's our goal to help you improve in that way in life, whether you bought the CPAP with us or not. So scroll down, click on the links in the description. We've got lots of helpful information there. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and we really appreciate you watching. So thank you.